This presentation I record every single week. It's going out now all across the world. In my organization, I help people in over 100 countries with their Karatbars accounts. And this presentation is recorded every week to help my business partners, to help new customers find out more about Karatbars International and what we're all about. So it's going to be in two parts. What I want to do is I want to give you all the information you need so that you can make an informed decision on what we do. So the first part is for customers. So I'm going to talk about what Karatbars is. So if you've never heard of Karatbars before, I'm going to tell you what we do, what our products are. I'm going to tell you how you can become involved as a customer. And again, that will take around about 20 minutes or so. The second part then is for our business partners. If you like the first part, if you think you'd like to get involved with us, then that's going to take around about 20 minutes as well to explain. At the end of that, I've got a little question and answer session. So if you've got some questions on the business, on the products, or how you build the business, or anything like that, please do feel free to ask me any questions at the end. The whole point in our company, we're an e-commerce business. We are looking for new customers. We have a target this year to go from 500,000 customers to 1 million customers. And really, we need more business partners for that. So hopefully, even if you decide that becoming an affiliate with a company is not for you, then maybe you might become a customer as well. But what I'm not going to do is, we're not like companies who will collect your email at the end and send you out autoresponders or anything like that. I'm going to give you all the information so you can make an informed decision at the end whether you want to be a customer or business partner or not. So, Karatbars International. Why gold and why Karatbars? So why would you be interested in gold? Why do we need gold in the first place? 99% of people don't have any. So I'm going to talk to you about why we need gold in the first place and why buy that gold from Karatbars. How you can use Karatbars to achieve financial security and time freedom. That's a really important thing. Lots of companies out there will show you how to make lots of money. But the important thing is not having lots of money, because people work 90 hours a week and have no time to spend with their family. I get to work from home. I'm in a home office right now. I've just spent 2 days with my wife at a lovely spa, because I can do that because I'm in charge of my own time. And Karatbars International allows you to do that. I'm also going to show you how anyone can do this. Anyone can become a customer. Anyone over the age of 18 in one of our open countries. And anyone can become a business partner. It doesn't matter what your skill sets are. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your education is. I can help anybody, and we at Karatbars can help anybody be successful with this business. So, my story, just to tell you a little bit about myself. In 2013, I lost my business. I'd been in direct sales and had my own businesses for 20 years, it is now. I had no savings. Like a lot of people my age, think the good times are always going to keep going. But I had no savings, and I was sitting in a situation where I was in an apartment in Portugal. I was living in Portugal at the time. Had no savings. I was getting married in a few weeks. I was just celebrating my 4th wedding anniversary yesterday. But I was getting married in a few weeks, and I had really run out of options. I did get a phone call from a friend in the UK, and he asked me to watch a short video. Now, fast forward 4 years from that, exactly 4 years almost, to 2017. We did have the wedding. I'm married. I'm still married to Emma, 3 children. We're living in our new home. I'm completely debt-free. And I do work from home. If you don't know me, if you don't know my background really, but my wife was working as a missionary worker in Africa and Tanzania for 7 years. She got malaria. And that's why I needed an online business. And that's what brought me to Karatbars International, because I needed to look after her. And I'm still looking after her even now today. But what Karatbars has done for me, apart from being able to give me the financial ability to look after my wife and live in a beautiful home, it's actually given me the education about money. Now that I have good savings, I now know about money and saving and compounding them. So Karatbars does a lot more for people than just give them financial freedom. It gives them education and time freedom as well. I now look after over 11,700 customers in over 100 countries. And my best month's income was over €20,000, and that was just in 1 month. And Karatbars have paid for 3 paid holidays for me in just over the last 18 months as well. So not only is it a great company, but we do get together 2-3 times a year as well. And the next event's coming up in Las Vegas in January, so I'm going to see some of you there. Now, I did say why gold. Well, a little illustration of that would be this particular slide here. There's some words at the top of the screen: euro, dollar, Bitcoin, pound, and gold. Now, one word fits into the boxes here: have a heart of gold. He has struck gold. Worth your weight in gold. You see where this is going? As good as gold. Sitting on a gold mine. Go for gold. And at the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. Now, it doesn't say have a heart of dollar. It doesn't say he has struck Bitcoin. It doesn't say as good as euro. because those things really are different from gold and have been for 5,000 years. And why is that? And that's because gold is money. What people don't realize is that gold is and always has been money. If we take a look through history, going back 5,000 years from the Greek Empire to the Roman Empire, right up through from Florence to the Netherlands really had the world trade, then into the Spanish and then we had the British Empire, and now really it's the United States Empire that we're in at the moment. But you can see something happened there. In over 5,000 years of history, gold and silver have always been money, but over the last 100 years or so, we've gone from having that gold and silver as our money into having a paper dollar, and this is a paper here. Now, how did that happen? Well, basically what happened is people started using paper notes, and the banks decided back in the 1800s that what they asked the public to do was bring their gold into the bank, so that the public would get their gold, they put it into the bank, and you put your one gold coin into the bank, and then the bank would give you a note. And it's called a note for a reason, a promissory note. I use the example of if you go to a dry cleaners, you take your jacket, you take it into the dry cleaners, and they give you a note. The value is not in the note, the value is in the jacket. Okay, so you take the note back and you get your jacket. That's how the system was meant to work. That's how it was sold to the public. So the idea was that the bank would never ever create any more gold than they had notes. So they give out the notes and they've got the gold. If you take a look at one of the first notes on the screen there, you can see $10 in gold coin payable to the bearer on demand. So that was just a promissory note. You take your dollar in there, you get your gold, everybody's happy. So why did that change? Well, it changed in 1971 whenever President Nixon decided to cut something called the gold standard, and that was the link between the dollars and the gold. So what basically happened was they needed to print more paper notes, but they didn't have enough gold in the vault, but they still needed more notes for doing whatever they needed. It was supposed to be temporary. And this happened in August the 12th, 1971, and you can find videos of it online, search. But really what's happened since then is there's more and more dollars have been printed. The dollar wasn't anchored to gold, other currencies were anchored to the dollar, and other currencies have started printing as well. We know in the United Kingdom, quantitative easing has happened here. And we know in the United States, you've got QE1, QE2, QE3, and you can see the actual money supply on the screen, how it has gone in a slow curve to really, really fast over the last 20 or 30 years. So let's imagine today, let's take a look at the dollar to gold ratio today. If it was still attached, and if every single ounce of gold was attached to a note that was out in circulation, then the dollar to gold ratio you can see in the screen there, the dollar to gold ratio today would mean that an ounce of gold today should be $6,746. And you're going to see in a moment, if you didn't know already, that it's not anything like that. So it just goes to show how much inflated money supply there is out there. The other thing is people don't realize that this in their pocket isn't actually money anyway. I didn't know this 4 years ago. I know that now. This is actually currency. Now, what's the difference between currency? And this is a euro, that's currency. This is a £5 note, UK £5 note. These are all currency. These are not money. The reason for that is, if we take a look at the differences in the definition of money, money is a medium of exchange. A £5 note in my hand is worth a £5 note in yours. It's a unit of account, okay, so you can buy something with it. It's portable, yes, you can walk around with money. It's fairly long lasting, okay, it'll last for a good few years. Mutually interchangeable, again, we can change it between each other. And this is where it changes. Money, what money is supposed to do is store value. Now this doesn't store value, and the reason paper money doesn't store value, the reason currency doesn't store value is because it's leaking away value due to inflation. Inflation is just the rate at which prices are increasing every year. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that in a second. On top of that, money should be based on intrinsic value, and that's why gold and silver, if I take a silver coin here, I've got one on my desk, there's a British minted silver coin, and here's a British gold coin in here. So these are actual real money, that's real money, and this is actually currency, because this is based on faith, okay, and this is based on intrinsic value, and that's based on the fact that it actually stores value over time. As well as that, all currencies, and a lot of people don't know this, if you go and talk to 100 people in the street tomorrow, it doesn't matter what country you're in, people don't realize that every single currency that's ever been created has gone to zero. Every single one, bar none. In history, every single one. And that's because more and more is created, it's worth less and less, the public lose faith in it. As soon as the public lose faith in that, it will go to zero anyway. The dollar has lost 8% of its purchasing power since it was created. And since the 15th century, 609 currencies are no longer in circulation. All right, you can see hyperinflation happening at the moment in South America, and 25 currencies have gone into hyperinflation and gone and disappeared since 1971. So it is happening around the world right now. Now let's compare then currency to gold. So this is your currency, you know what that is now, and you know that gold is what we have in here in this little coin, or Karatbars, which I'll show you in a second. But if we take a look at the facts, if I speak to anyone about gold, if I walk up the street now here in Northern Ireland and I speak to someone about gold, 9 times out of 10 they'll tell me gold is going down in value. And I'll ask them what makes them think that, and they'll say, I don't know. I just heard that. Somebody told me that. I've read it somewhere. Let's take a look at the facts. From 2001, you can see the US dollar on the chart on the screen. The US dollar, if we scroll right down to the bottom, you can see the average increase in the gold price against the US dollar since 2001, and we can see it's 10.7%. Now, that doesn't mean that gold is going up in value 10.7%. It actually means that the dollar is losing 10.7% of its value against gold every year. So this is evaporating and leaking away, but the gold is storing its value. That's the point. If we take a look at the British pound, we can scroll right down to the bottom and you can see 12.3%. So last year, for example, the gold that I had, so the gold that I've got stored here, increased in value against sterling 30% in 1 year, and that was to do with Brexit and different things like that. But on average, 12.3% a year. I can't get that from any bank. If I got property, I wouldn't get anything like that. And the great thing about gold is I don't have to worry about maintenance or anything like that. Let's take a look at inflation then over the same period of time in the UK. And we can see from 2001, inflation was at 1.8%. We can see it there in 2007, it was 4.3%, right up to 2016. Over that period of time, £100, if you had £100 in British notes in 2001, you would now need £152 to buy the same goods and services. So the simple question is, are you better holding pounds? Are you better holding euros? Are you better holding dollars? Or are you better holding gold? That's the facts on the screen. I like to deal in facts, not in speculation. And those are the stone cold facts on the screen there. Yet and all, the average person you meet is still holding off a paper, is still putting paper in the bank, and they're not holding any gold. Some people will say to you, well, maybe property is a better deal. Well, I did some investigating on property as well. And let's take a look at real house prices from, let's say, 1992, which is 25 years ago. So that's good, an average mortgage period of time. An average house in the UK was £60,000 then. That same house now would cost around about £190,000. Okay. By the time you've paid off a mortgage of £200,000, then you could be looking at 350,000 by the time you've actually paid off the mortgage. Let's take a look at if you'd saved a gram of gold every single week. Now, let's take, for example, in the UK, an average of 12%. So you save a gram of gold every single week. So that's about around about £50 a week. And if you save that every single year over 25 years, you can see on the chart on the bottom left there, I've just used a compounding calculator, and that's compounding over the period of 25 years, 1 gram of gold, you would have £1.4 million worth of gold. Now, my son is just about to turn 15. If he starts saving now for 25 years, 1 gram of gold every single week, by the time he's 40, he'd be a millionaire if gold just continues to carry on what it's doing. Will I be advising my son to go and buy a house? First of all, he has to get a credit score, so he has to get into debt for 3 years, so he has to prove that he can get into debt. He then needs a deposit, which would probably be about on a £200,000 house, about 20,000 or 40,000, so he'd need to lock up that money as well. And he'd have to get a mortgage, and to get a mortgage on a £200,000 house, he'd have to pay off 350,000. Do you think I'd advise him to do that, or do you think I'm going to advise him to start saving a gram of gold every week, and then be financially and totally free by the time he's 40? That's what I'm going to be doing. I wish someone had given me this information whenever I was 15. Might not have listened to it, but it would have been good to know. The problem we have in the UK and the problem we have in the United States is that 99% of people own zero gold. And that really is the problem. Most people don't know that gold is money. If you go and talk to people about gold now, they won't know that this is currency. They think they have money in their pocket. It's not currency. They think it's too expensive. They think it's going down in price. But we can see the facts and the figures there for gold price that that's not the case. Gold stores its value, always has done for 5,000 years. The value of currency is decreasing against gold. That's the problem. People don't know where to buy it. If you go to your local jeweler, they probably don't have any money grade gold. They probably just have 9 carat, 18 carat, because that's all they can use to make jewelry with. Where would I store it? People worry about security on gold, and the great thing about gold is that it doesn't take up that much space. There's this is a little Karatbar here I'm going to talk to you about in a second, but there's £200 worth of gold inside that little card there. They don't really take up, gold doesn't take up that much room. What would I do with it? People don't know, well, if I do buy the gold, how do I turn it back into cash? They don't know what they're buying. There's a lot of fake gold in the market. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then finally, as I said, how would I turn it back into cash? And because of all these reasons, and because gold is so out of the population's thinking, then you can see from 1968, 5% of the population had physical gold, actually owned physical gold. In 2010, it was 0.7%. We're right down now to 0.1%. And the other sad thing about gold is banks have packaged up gold in such a way, and you can see a kilo on the screen. A kilo of gold today will cost you $37,000. And most people don't have $37,000. In fact, an ounce of gold today is around about $1,200, and most people don't have $1,200 at one time to go and buy gold anyway. So it's been packaged up in such a way that it's kept away from the general public. Now, if I was to talk to someone about gold today, and I ask them how much does gold cost, well, generally they'll go to Google. All right, that's what everybody does. So everybody gets this phone out and goes to Google. Go to Google, type in how much is gold, and this is the screen that will appear. And this is really a huge issue we have with Karatbars International, because, as I said, 99% of people don't own any gold, have never seen gold, have never held gold. Yet no, people will very quickly form an opinion on it based on something that Google tells them. So if we look on the screen, how much is gold? You'll see that gold spot price comes up on the screen. So an ounce of gold, 1,153. And gold price per gram, again, this is spot price, 37.09, and gold price per kilo, spot price, $37,000. So people will take a look at that and they'll assume that is the price of gold. But let me tell you something about spot price. And if you're going to be a business partner, this is the most important slide in this whole presentation, okay? Spot price, if you go to buy gold in the markets, you get spot price. That's what it's paper gold, okay? It's not real gold, it's not physical gold, it's actually paper gold. If you wanted to get buy gold in the markets, if you wanted to get that gold delivered at that price, you would have to buy 100 troy ounces. 100 troy ounces is 3,100 grams. So to get spot price gold delivered, remember, spot price gold delivered, 3,100 grams. And that's not even the whole story. There's more to it than that. Gold traders and COMEX and gold traders in the markets are allowed to trade more gold than they actually physically have. So if you can imagine, you can see there the source zero hedge is showing us that COMEX, for example, at the moment are trading over 300 times the amount of physical gold they actually have. 300 times what they have. That's like you going into the garage, buying your new car, the dealer saying, I look after the car for you, and him selling that car to 300 other people. Now, if you decide you want to go and get the keys of that car, who's going to get the keys? Who's going to actually get a real car? Who's going to drive out of there with a real car? One person. There's going to be 299 people disappointed because the cars don't exist. Now, this is completely legal. It's a fractional reserve system, and it's allowed to happen. It's allowed to happen because these traders know that 99% of people who buy gold in the markets are only speculating, and they're never going to ask for it delivered. If you do want to get spot price and you do want it delivered, just remember you have to buy 3,100 grams. So the next time someone mentions spot price to you, you can now explain to them what spot price is. All right. Now, once we get into 24 karat gold, people don't realize there's also different tiers within that bracket as well. So you've got 9 karat, 18 karat, 24 karat, and then within 24 karat, there's different little levels as well. We have 999.1, 999.5, 999.9. So let me take a look at the different levels within that 999.9 bracket, okay? Spot price, market price, as I just explained, you can get 35 euros per gram if you buy 3,100 grams. So we know that's nothing to do with you or me or the average person. I'm not going to spend 100 grams to get gold delivered. If you go to somewhere online like Bullion by Post, and there are different online websites, you can buy 999.9 from an LBMA accredited refinery, which is the London Bullion Market Association. They accredit refineries. Around about 72 refineries in the world they accredit. Per gram, you're looking at around about 42 euros per gram, or $44. Now, if you want 999.9 from an LBMA accredited refinery with a certificate, with a serial number, now why would you want those? Well, it's really important to have those things whenever you come to sell the gold again. Buying gold is easy. Selling it again without a certificate is more difficult. And the reason for that is, I'm going to talk about it in a second, there's a lot of fake gold out there. So if you want a certificate and you want the serial number, if you go to Bullion by Post today, you'll see that the gram price is around about 57 euros per gram. So 1 gram of gold from them, and this is it here, by the way. That's what it comes in. That's a little gram of gold. On the screen. It comes in a little Petri dish on an A4 piece of paper. That's what you get for your money there. Okay, it is top quality gold. It doesn't come with a certificate. Doesn't come with serial numbers or anything like that. Now, if you want a certificate, a serial number, if you want a hologram, if you want the best in security, so you know it's completely fraud proof, it's not fake gold, You're looking at something like Swiss gold, which is 999.9 from an LBMA refinery, accredited refinery, has a certificate, has a serial, has a hologram. It's called a kidney bar. Now, a kidney bar today for a gram will cost you €70. You can check these prices out for yourself as well. You can go to bullion by post, you can go to Swiss gold. So that's the different levels of gold within that bracket. And the reason for that, and the reason for having these security features, which are really so important, there's lots of fake gold out there. People are getting little pieces of tungsten like this, and they're covering it in 24-karat gold leaf, and they're selling it. There's reputable dealers out there. You can type into Google today, Pamp Swiss fake gold, Credit Suisse fake gold, you can Harass fake gold. Type that all into Google, and you'll find plenty of instances of people thought they were buying real gold, but it actually turned out to be fake. You can see how they're doing it there on the screen. Now, the solution for this is Karatbars International. The reason for that is Karatbars was started in 2011, and Karatbars provides a solution to all the problems we were talking about earlier. We have currently 500,000 accounts in 119 countries. Harold Seitz is the CEO, visionary, founder, friend of mine, great man. His mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world. So this is small denominations, at a price point everyone can afford. As I was saying earlier, not everyone can afford ounces and kilos. So what we're doing is we're pitching to the 99% of people who can't afford ounces and kilos and those bigger weights. His goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. We're actually teaching people how to save again. We're trying to reverse this problem in the world at the moment where everybody is spending everything they have. I heard a great phrase last week where someone says there's too much month at the end of my money. Great little phrase that. But that's the problem. Everyone is spending and having nothing left to save. They're having nothing for their own pension. They've got no security if the banks go down. They've got no security if their ATM stops working. And gold ownership is that security, and that's what we're trying to do for people. Now, Karatbars Gold solves all the problems we talked about earlier. The reason is it comes from an LBMA accredited refinery, first of all. We sell 0.1 to 5 gram weights. How do we sell a 0.1 gram of gold? Well, how we do it is inside a note like this. And you can see our new cash gold notes. These were only released in the past couple of months. So on this note here, you can see that the Karatbars logo is embedded into the gold, which is here in the back. The gold itself is 24 karat, 999.9. I spoke about those 4 nines. The certificate of authenticity, so you've got your certificate on here, which is on the front here, and you've got your serial number, which is along here. Okay, so you've got all these the security features. You've got your hologram. You there have the magnetic strip on here, which is more security than a lot of even normal notes will have. You can see that this doesn't even have that, but you can see in the UK note they have the silver strip in the Bank of Ireland notes. Okay, so we have better security features than a normal currency note. Karatbars as well from 1 gram. So we sell a 1 gram, which looks like this. So again, you have your certificate, you have your serial number on the front, you have your hologram, which is like kidney bars, which again cost €70. And you have all the security features on there. We have our own sealed inside this credit card size card. We then have the 2.5 gram. You can see the slightly bigger piece of gold in the center. And then the largest one of all is the 5 gram card. Okay, so you can buy any one of these. So you go from 0.1 gram, then we have in the notes the 0.2, and then we have a 0.4. You can see the 4 pieces of gold inside here. And then we have a 0.6, and you've got the 6 pieces of gold in there. So these are making them affordable to the masses. So it's 0.1 gram up to 5 gram, and this is the big one here, the 5 gram weight, which is the biggest one we do. You can see the Karatbars logo probably clearer inside there. All right, and your certificate, all the features are on there. The important thing as well, on top of that, is we have a security coding in this. It's like a genetic marker. With the Karatbars machine, you run that over the top of the card here, and it beeps. The coding on the card and the machine is completely unique to Karatbars International. So this is actually more secure as a payment system than any of the currencies I have sitting on my table right now. Important thing as well, as a company, we've been delivering without issue since 2011. So that's 5 years now. Delivering now into 119 countries, and you will not find any issues with the company, with deliveries. I have over 11,000 customers. I have no instance where one of my customers ever has not got their gold delivered. I have never had one of my customers want to return any of their gold products either. So that says a lot about the company itself. We offer free storage in Germany, so you don't have to worry about the security aspect of it. And if you want FedEx delivery, you can get it delivered from 1 gram or 0.1 gram right up to 5 grams, and you can ask for delivery anytime at all. So it's really flexible. The great thing about Karatbars as well is that if you buy more, you pay less. So if you start off with the very, very smallest denomination, Still has the same production costs, obviously. If you imagine it like a can of deodorant, if you go to the airport, the little tiny cans always cost more, all right? And if you buy the bigger cans, you get a better price. It's a very, very similar thing with gold. The more you buy, the better price you get, right up to, as I said, if you buy spot price, if you buy 3,100 grams, you can get it for that low price. Same as any product or any commodity that you buy. So the 0.1 gram works out about €7 today, so you can buy one of those, put it in your account now. The 1 gram card today works at around about €57, all right, and you can get a 3% discount code on top of that. We have the 2.5 gram card then, which works out at €53 per gram, so that's about $55, £45. And the 5 gram card today works out around about €49. And again, you can get another 3% discount on top of that. We do have 3% discount codes here, which we can give you if you're a new customer, and that's valid for 12 months. So really, if someone is buying, I get a lot of buyers who buy maybe €10,000 of gold at a time. Generally, they will buy the 5 gram cards. Now, the reason, people always ask me, why do big buyers buy from Karatbars? I thought we were pitching to the 99%. Well, the good thing about from a customer's point of view, and I had a customer bought £30,000 worth of these recently, it's very, very easy to split them up. If that customer needs to release £1,000, for example, it's easier to sell 5 of these than it is to sell a kilo. On top of that, he knows that he's getting real gold, so he doesn't have to worry about that. On top of that as well, with Karatbars, we do offer the free storage, and we do offer the chance to use these and through our Karatpay system as well. So there's lots of reasons why even the bigger buyers, people who can afford kilos, people who can afford ounces and kilos, still buy from Karatbars International, mainly for the security features, but also the flexibility of turning it back into cash in the future if we need to as well. So not only are we reaching the 99% and helping people begin to save, but we're also reaching those bigger buyers as well. Now, what can you do with your gold? The important thing is keep it. For example, I'm 40 in a few months' time, and I'm saving now every single month. I'm saving as much gold as I can so that should I decide to retire when I'm 50 or 55 or 60, I've got my own gold pension. All right, so I started off saving little 1 gram cards back in 2013 when I started with the business. I was saving 1 gram a month. I'm now up to saving 5 gram cards every single month, and that's my pension. That's my own pension. I'm outside the system. I don't need to worry if the pension company goes out of business. I don't need to worry what the government does because that's my own pension. I'm in possession of it, and I keep my gold stored there in Germany. All right. And the important thing as well is you can keep it for retirement. If you don't need to use it in your lifetime, you can pass it on to your children as a legacy. You can add a beneficiary in your Karatbars account. So if anything happened to you, you can pass that on to your children or grandchildren. You can send your gold to another partner, another customer. Remember, it's your gold. It's private issue gold, so it's yours. You can sell it to another partner, another customer. You can sell it privately on eBay or wherever you want to sell it. And remember, the great thing about selling Karatbars gold is that you have all those features already. If you buy this little gram of gold from another company, for example, and you go and try and sell that, you'll see what the market tells you about how much faith people have in that whenever it doesn't have a certificate and it doesn't have a serial number and it doesn't have the security features. Because experienced buyers do know that there's a lot of fake gold out there, and they do want to ensure that whenever they're buying gold, they're not getting ripped off. The great thing about gold as well is you can sell it in any country in the world. So not just in the 119 countries we're open in, you can sell gold today to anyone in any one of the over 200 countries around the world. What other product can you say that you can turn it easily into cash in any country in the world? Well, that's gold, because everyone in the world knows what gold is. On top of that, we've just released Karatpay, which is fantastic. This is a fantastic going forward, because if you have gold now in your Karatbars account, you can load gold into your Karatpay account, which is a separate account within the Karatbars website. And let's say, for example, you now have saved up €500 worth of gold, cash gold in your account, and you want to pay me 100. You just go to your account, you put in my wallet number, and you can transfer gold to me. Now, lots of people out there at the moment are going crazy about cryptocurrency because they think, well, cryptocurrency is outside the banking system, and I can transfer my cryptocurrency from my account to somebody else's account. Well, guess what? You can now do that with gold. You can now do that with Karatbars, because you're buying real gold. That real gold is in your real account. And you can transfer that real gold to another person, and that person can get it delivered. And the very moment that people that are rushing into Bitcoin and things like that know that Karatbars is available, as soon as people realize that they can do this with Karatbars and it's backed 100% with 24 karat gold, then you're going to see a massive amount of new customers coming to Karatbars. On top of that, because we have our cash gold notes, and again, Remember all the security features I talked about? This has actually better security features than this £5 note. We are now allowing shops and businesses around the world to accept Karatbars Cash Gold as payment for goods and services. So this is worth £5, for example. If I wanted to go now and buy a pair of trainers in a local shop, that local shop can now become a key exchange centre, and I can go in and pay with my note. On top of that, if I've got my app, I could pay the shopkeeper with my app. So how good is that going to be for a shopkeeper that they can get paid in gold rather than getting paid in devalued currency? And this is happening right now. It's happening in July. The new Karatbars Key Exchange website went live 2 weeks ago. Shops and businesses are already applying. It's our job as business partners to go out there and speak to shopkeepers and tell them now that they can become Karatbars exchange centres. On top of that, a great system we're offering the shopkeepers is that it's called Gold Back. So let's say a customer comes into that shop and just wants to buy something. Well, that shopkeeper can offer them a chance to download the Karatbars app and give them gold back as a discount. So that customer walks out of the shop as a Karatbars customer, and they would also obviously be in my organisation if I was the one who registered that shop. On top of that, that customer goes home, they now have a Karatbars account and they now have some real gold in their account, and we now have a new gold saver. So we're going to be able to reach millions of people through KaratPay and through the key exchange centres, and this is the plan for the company now over the next 5-10 years. Now the big question is, people always ask me, Brian, what will I do with my gold? The question people really need to be asking themselves if they knew what was really going on is, what can I do with my currency? This is a £5 note. Inflation's running at around about 3%, 2.7% in the UK at the moment. This is evaporating. This is evaporating. If I have these stuffed under my mattress, I can buy less and less and less every year with them. Interest rates are really low, so I'm getting no interest in my savings either. So you take your money, you take your currency into the bank goes and buys gold. You'll notice that the Bank of England has a lot of gold underneath it. They go and buy gold, they make their 12% a year on it, and they give you 0.01% interest. What a great system that is. All right. Do you think I go and put my money in the bank? Not a chance. Okay, I have enough in there to pay whatever electricity bills and things like that I need. But that's what we're trying to do at Karatbars International. We're trying to teach people there is a better way of getting that cash that you have, turning it into gold, putting some of it into savings, and then saving over a period of time. On top of that, wages are static. Wages are not increasing either, so people are not getting any help there. We are offering a lifeboat to people. There's so many people in the UK alone, in the United States, who have lots of money in the bank, sitting there getting no interest. It's getting eaten away by inflation. Maybe they don't know anything about investing in wine. They don't know anything about the stock market, and they think that they can't afford gold. They think that gold isn't accessible to them. With Karatbars International, we're making that possible in a really safe, easy way. Now, we have other products as well because we're trying to introduce gold to people. As I said already, 99.9% of people have never touched physical gold. So rather than us talking to people about buying these, then we can talk to people about buying maybe little cards as gifts. So this is €10 worth of gold in here. We have country cards. This one here, Happy St. Patrick's Day, a little Ireland card. We have different country cards. Celebrations, we have different gifts as well that we offer. This is Franco Lustig, who was the Oscar winner for Schindler's List and another film, Gladiator. So we've got a collector's card for him. We do personalised cards. We have work with charities and churches, so we're helping charities and churches. We also do business cards. This is one of the business cards here, so you can see I've got my name and details on there, and there's €10 worth of gold inside that little card, 0.1 gram of gold. And we have our own charities. We work with different sports clubs as well. This is the MotoGP. I'll show you some of the sports clubs, sports cards. This is MotoGP, who we have an official partnership with, and that's the actual card there. So we work with different types of organizations, and the idea of all these different ways of reaching out to people in different sectors of the economy is we're getting gold into people's hands, and people are actually feeling 24-karat gold. We have a licensing agreement with the Vatican. Through the Vatican, the Pope John Paul commemoration card. We work with the fire service in the United States, Benfica, Atul Bolden, famous runner, Martina Slavakova, who's the current gold medal speed skating champion, the MotoGP race team card, which I just showed you. That's actually our Karatbars racing lorry on the screen, and that's our Karatbars bike. And so again, we're getting out there. We're getting involved with a lot of different sports organisations. Having our own race team obviously is bringing now gold ownership back in front of people. This is the Monaco Grand Prix, which was only released on the website a couple of months ago. You can take a look at all these products whenever you register after the presentation. Our current Olympic gold medalist is a lady called Martina Quigg, and this is her collector's card here. And I know there's some people in the presentation who know about this card, who are directly involved with it. and she's the current tennis gold medalist. So if you know any sports clubs or anyone like that, if you have any contacts with any sports clubs, then do tell them about Karatbars International, because we can help their sports as well. This is the charities we're working with, Safety for Kids, and we have our own World of Charity card, which is this little one here. We give these out to people just for free, just to introduce them to gold and gold ownership again. And that's Sharon Stone there talking to Harold Seitz, and that's at the Peace, Justice and Security Gala in The Hague. Now, if you don't like any of the designs that you see on the website, you can create your own Karatbars card. Put any design you like on it. The reason, you just send your image into the branding department, they will create the card and we'll post it out to you. You can order one card. If you order more than one, the more cards you order, the better price you get. So you can let your imagination run wild. These are great for sporting events, for marketing ideas, and there's loads of different reasons why people do these. Now, all our deliveries are done with FedEx insured couriers, so you don't have to worry about your gold being delivered. As I said, you will never find an instance on Google of someone not getting the gold delivered. I've never heard of that happening. And FedEx is an insured courier, so if FedEx lost the parcel, you would just get another one delivered anyway. All our payments to our business partners are made through MasterCard. And whenever I joined Karatbars International in 2013, we only had two partnerships. We had FedEx and we had MasterCard. Now, my first thought whenever I saw this was FedEx and MasterCard have better lawyers than me. They do better due diligence than me. And if they were happy enough to have their name associated with Karatbars International, and that was good enough for me. And that was all I had whenever I started with Karatbars. Now we have all these fantastic associations, so it's really easy now for someone to become a business partner, because they know that all these other companies and associations and famous people have done the research on us before. Now, if you want to get started as a customer, you can register for free. It'll take 2 minutes. Get back to the person who told you about this presentation. If you happen to be watching this on somebody's website or on YouTube or something, there should be a link underneath the video. Your account is free for life. All right, so this is not like an MLM business where you're going to get charged fees or subscriptions or anything like that. Your account's completely free for life. I have customers who registered in 2013 and they're only making the first purchases this year. That's absolutely fine. We know that maybe what the products we have don't suit everybody today, but we might have a product that comes out in 3 months that will suit someone. You can buy from 0.1 gram, as I said. Use your credit card, debit card, bank wire, or Bitcoin. So lots of people are now transferring their Bitcoins into gold through Karatbars. There are no subscriptions or hidden fees. The price that you see on the website is the price you pay. The reason I'm saying that is because there's lots of gold companies out there who have nice prices on the front page of the website, and people send them to me all the time. Once you get to the checkout, you'll find either they don't have a gram, or there's a minimum order, or they never had that amount of gold in the first place, and they're just trying to get your name and email address. So the price that you see on the Karatbars website is the final price. Is the final price that you pay. We do offer free storage in Germany, as I said, and FedEx delivery from 0.1 gram. So complete safety from that point of view. If you buy in your MasterCard, you're covered that way. The free storage, so you don't have to have it in your home. If you want it delivered, it's done through FedEx. Also, we have a great set and forget system. That basically just means you can go to the website, go to what's called product purchase, auto and special exchange, and you can put in 50 euros, 60 euros, 70 euros. That amount will come off your credit card every month or every 2 weeks or every week. Set it up how you like. It's completely flexible. And that amount of gold, that amount of money will be transferred into gold every single week or every single month at that time. If you want to buy the cards, you can have a 1 gram card bought, or you could have a 2.5 gram or a 5 gram. So I have some people who buy maybe 5 grams, 5 times 5 gram cards every month. Some people buy 1 5 gram card every month, but it's completely flexible. The great thing about the autosave is you can only have one autosave running at a time. So if you want to change the date, you just cancel the first one and set up the new one on the date you want. There's no commitment either, so I know that whenever a lot of people start their autosave, they'll start maybe 1 gram a month, see how it goes, and then they'll up it to 2 grams a month, and then they'll start doing a gram a week. So it's completely flexible, change up and change down as and when you like. If you had a bad month or something and you couldn't do a gram, that's fine, you can just do a call a month. So really nice and flexible. FedEx deliveries from 0.1 gram, okay, and it's 13 euros 50 inside Europe, 18 euros 50 outside Europe. You can sell your gold privately, as I said already. You can use it in key exchange centres. If there are no key exchange centres local to you, let them know about Karatbars, and maybe they might become one. Or you can transfer it via the app, which will be coming out later in the year, but you can transfer it from the Karatpay website right now. So put your cash gold into your Karatpay website, and you can transfer it to someone else. So if you want to pay someone, you can just pay them in gold. Or you can add it, give it to a beneficiary, but put the beneficiary's name in there. Now the other option is you can upgrade to a free affiliate. What does that mean? Well, we give everyone Karatbars business for free, and believe it or not, yes, we give everyone the opportunity to earn some commissions. You can register for free now as a free affiliate. Just click the affiliate button. Won't cost you anything. And if you tell other people about Karatbars International, you can earn little bits of commission, and that commission then can come off your own gold. The more people you tell, the more you have Karatbars, and the less your own gold costs as well. I've saved a lot of gold with Karatbars. I started with the company in June 2013. I have a lot of gold now, and I've never ever used my own money for that. I just keep telling people about Karatbars, and I use that income that I earn to buy my own gold and to pay for everything that you see right around me right here now. Karatbars is responsible for my life. Now, there's a special customer offer. If you want to get started today, talk to your sponsor and they'll get you a 3% discount code. That 3% discount code is valid for 12 months, all right? At the end of the 12 months, you can get another code and carry on for another 12 months. We do also have €100 discount codes, which can be used on certain purchases. But again, you can talk to your sponsor and they'll tell you what purchases you can use those on. We'll give you access to a customer fast start guide, which we have a website for that. So if you want to become a customer, talk to your sponsor. They'll tell you about the website, so you'll know where that is. And we'll give you free 7-day support and advice through myself, through Karatbars head office. We have a support team in Dubai and a support team in Germany as well. So you can get help at the end of the phone 7 days a week from Karatbars. So really, really simple and really easy. So part two, becoming a business partner. Let me get on with that now. I hope you've enjoyed the first little part there about being a customer. This is really now, this is a shorter part of the presentation, but it'll give you an idea of how you actually earn. Now, the first thing I'll say is that Karatbars is a business. That's what drew me to the company. I wasn't interested in hypes or schemes or any of these things that you see online. I wanted a business where if I was sitting around a dinner table, I'd be proud to say what I do. Okay, I had an offline business before. I've sold property. I was very proud of the property I was selling. Before that, I was selling insurance. I worked with a really good insurance company. I wouldn't want to do a business where I wasn't able to sit around a dinner table and tell people what I did. Karatbars is a business, so really think about this like a business. Think about it like opening a shop on the high street, and you'll be in the right track right away. Karatbars is free. Okay, so we're giving the business to everyone for free. If you want to become a business partner with a company, it's not going to cost you anything. Or you can pay a one-off payment, which will be for a marketing package. I'll talk about those in a second. As well as that, you can build your business completely online or completely offline. Now, obviously, with my wife being ill, I don't know if she's going to have a good day or a bad day tomorrow, so I don't have the choice of going offline. My business has been completely built online. So that's why I now work with people in over 100 countries, because I've done everything sitting here at the computer in my office. As well as that, you can earn an unlimited income. So how does that happen? Well, we're looking for customers. We want customers to start saving. If customers saving, if someone buys a gram of gold, you earn a little bit of commission. The only limit you have is the amount of people you can talk to in the world. And we are open in 119 countries. When I started, it was 57. We're in 119 now. So millions of people to go out there and talk to. You're the boss as well. Now, what I'd say is that I sponsor people. I sponsor a lot of people to the business. I've brought in a lot of customers. I've brought in a lot of business partners as well. But ultimately, you are the boss. You're the CEO of your Karatbars business. I always tell people that be responsible for your own business. It'll make you feel more empowered. I do have someone who sponsored me. I don't talk to him. I've never needed to call him up for advice, because I've decided this is my business and I'm going to run it in my particular way. The important thing is you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You have a huge amount of support from me and from head office, and the fantastic training tools that they have, I'll talk to you about in a while. On top of that, you have lots of options. So you can decide. For me, I like training business partners, so that's something I've done. It's something I like to do. We need business partners to bring in customers. You can focus maybe on savings plans. Maybe you don't want to talk to business partners. You just want to help people in your area start up a gram of gold a week savings plan. Focus on that. There's people that do that. Maybe you want to focus on key exchange. Maybe you're a business-to-business person. You don't want to talk to people about saving. You don't want to talk to business partners. You just want to go and see shops and businesses and get them registered at key exchanges. Well, you can go and do that. Remember, you're in charge. Maybe you just want to help people set up their Karatpay websites, and in future help people download the app. Maybe apps is your thing. You could focus on that. Maybe churches and charities, non-profits is your thing. My wife has worked with charities for years. I know people like to focus on that. I was talking to a man recently in Germany, and his business has been built entirely on going to churches, helping those churches get set up with Karatbars accounts, and then helping their congregations then start saving a gram of gold a week or a month. That helps the congregation, obviously, but it also helps the church because they're earning little bits of commission coming up through. Maybe you're a corporate person and you want to focus on branded cards for maybe motor dealerships, maybe business cards for high-end luxury goods, because Karatbars business cards are either €10 or they're €50 each. So we tend to find like motor dealers, high-end marketing. So maybe that's your thing and that's your niche, and you can go and focus on that. Last of all, then we have sports clubs. So maybe you have connections with famous sports stars or sporting organizations, soccer clubs, cricket clubs, anything like that. Well, if you want to carve out a niche for yourself as the person who goes and registers those types of business, you can do it. Personally, I do a little bit of everything. Karatbars gives you the option. I like to do a little bit of everything because I'm training business partners, so it's important for me to know about all the different aspects of the business. But don't feel like you're tied to any one particular aspect. You can do whatever you like. Now, for the rest of this little presentation, I'm going to talk about how you can make money talking to business partners, because that's our focus at the moment. We need more business partners in new areas, like we have very few business partners in Scotland, for example, and we need business partners there to help us go out and do all these other things. I'm going to talk as well about savings plans, because savings plans are the backbone of the company. Savings plans are what we're all about, people save and gold. If you were to open a typical business, I'm just going to try and frame this for you to show you how it works. If you were to open a typical business today, car wash, for example, people know what a car wash is all around the world. You'd need about 240 customers a week. And next week, you'd have to wash 240 cars again, and the following week, and the following week. That's how a business works, as people generally feel. If you open a cafe, you might need 10 customers an hour there, 80 a day, 560 a week. And again, you need those customers coming through every week. These are normal businesses that people would go and try and start up. A retail business, for example, you might need over 1,000 customers a week. And again, you need those customers coming through every single week, otherwise you don't get paid. Now, the average typical business in the UK costs about £30,000 to start up, and 80% fail within 2 years. So that's a massive dropout rate in new businesses as well. So whenever people talk to me about Karatbars business, do you not think that's risky working from home? What's very risky is using £30,000 of my money to go and set up a business whenever, maybe through no fault of my own, it could fail within 2 years. And that has actually happened to me as well. It happened to me in the third year through no fault of my own. The business was doing great, and we weren't in any debt, and through third-party circumstances, my business got closed down. So it might not even be your fault. You might have a great business, it can still close down. Now, imagine if you'd set up that car wash and week 1, you've washed your 240 cars and you get paid for that. That's great. Imagine if week 2, you didn't have to wash any cars, but you still get paid. Imagine what that would be like. Week 3, you went on holiday, you still get paid. Week 4, Christmas, paid. Week 5, there was a hosepipe ban, you still get paid. That's what Karatbars has been like for me. I've set up my business partners, and I set up my customers in 2013 and 2014. I've set up people on savings plans, and I'm still getting paid now every single week and every single month, because those people are continuing to save every single week and every single month. And that's what I was talking to you about at the start of this presentation, time freedom. All right, you set up your customers once, customers are buying every week and every single month, and you're getting paid. And the great thing about Karatbars is that Karatbars take the payment through the website, so you don't have to be there taking the money. Karatbars deliver the product, so you don't need to have a garage full of gold, and you don't need to do any of the delivery work. And Karatbars will do the support. If you happen to be, like I was on my wedding anniversary yesterday and the day before, if my customers couldn't get through to me, we can just get through to the Karatbars head office. Karatbars head office is open 7 days a week. So really, you're setting up a business with an inventory department, you've got a stock control department, you've got a delivery department, and you've got a support department, and all those people are all set up running your business for you behind. All you have to do is get the customer set up once, and as they continue to purchase, you're going to get paid. Let's imagine you set up 200 customers. Okay, so 200 customers saving, let's say, 1 gram of gold. So 1 gram of gold, €57. So you've got 200 people you've spoken to, they're saving 1 gram of gold every single week. It's not a lot, all right? And it's less than that car wash. Car wash, you need more customers than that every week. So they're changing paper currency into gold, so they're turning this devaluing currency into this, so not spending anything, which is great. The turnover of your business per month would be 45,000 euros, 45,600 euros. Your gold or your uni-level commission, we call it, would be a minimum of 3.5%. All right, and that's what the minimum would be in that. You can earn up to 6%, but the minimum would be 3.5. So I'm keeping this realistic. So the minimum you'd be earning would be €1,569. That's $1,600 or £1,300 per month. Would £1,300 or $1,600 be useful for you? And all you have to do is set up 200 customers that are saving 1 gram of gold a week, and this business has cost you nothing to do that. That's how easy this can be really for people. All we're doing is helping people save. Let's say you hit 1,000. Let's say you go, you work a little bit harder. Over the next year, or over the next 2 years, you've set up 1,000 customers saving a gram of gold a week. Your business now would be turning over 228,000 euros per month. So at a minimum 3.5% commission, you'd be looking at 7,980 euros a month. That's what you'd be making just on gold. And just on those people saving in gold, they're getting their gold stored for free or delivered. You're earning that's $8,400 or £6,800 per month. And remember, you can earn up nearly double that, up to 6%. For example, at the moment I'm on 5% commission. So I'm taking this as a bare minimum and a really realistic figure. And don't forget, you can have 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. And my organization, I have over 11,000 customers now. It's entirely, there's no limit on the amount of customers that you can help set up with their savings accounts. The great thing is anyone can do this. The reason anyone can do this is because you don't have to learn anything, because I record these presentations every single week, and all you have to do is ask people to watch them. All you have to do, if you decide to become a business partner today, all you have to do between now and next Wednesday is ask people to come to this presentation and let me explain the business to them. So you don't become a gold expert, you don't become a Karatbars expert, you become a professional inviter. And the more people you ask to watch the presentation, the better. If you start talking about gold and trying to explain all this whenever you don't have the products, then it might take you 2 or 3 hours and the customer still will be none the wiser. All right, but over a period of a day, you could ask 50, 100, 200 people to come to the presentation. You can ask them to come to a live one. You can start doing your own live ones if you like, or a recorded video. If you're in my organization, I'll create a website for you with this video recorded on it, so it'll be available tomorrow morning. Registration link will be underneath that video for them. And if they have questions, if they ring you up and say, hello, I want to become a customer, but I've got some questions, Brian didn't cover them, then you can just get them on the phone to me or another director in the company. Or you can put them on the phone to head office, and the support team will be happy to answer them as well. Now, Karatbars is a really simple business. I want to emphasize this. You promote the presentation, the customer buys from the website, Karatbars do the delivery and customer support, and you're paid weekly onto your MasterCard. Okay, that's how easy this business in reality is. And if people keep it simple, the very top people I have in my organization and top people I have in the company, all they do better than other people is they ask more people to watch the presentation. They do less talking and more asking. If you want to start the business as well today, as I said earlier, it's free to start. There's no cost, no fees, no subscriptions, no forced purchases, no hidden charges either. We'll give you your own online shop, which you can send people to. If you buy from the shop, you get your commissions, it's fine. Your own landing page. So if you're an online marketer, we'll give you your own landing pages to use, more than one. Digital brochures, so if you want to download those, take them with you and show them to people, or email them on, you can do that. We'll give you an online presentation which you can use, and your own Karatbars website as well. So you've got your own replicated website, filled with stock. All you have to do is promote the link. Customers register through that link and buy a product, then you'll get the commissions you paid every Friday. It doesn't really get much easier than that. And again, this is free to anyone who's over 18 in 118 countries. Now, we do have optional marketing packages. And people ask, well, why would I want to pay for something whenever I'm getting it for free? Well, inside the marketing packages, you have these really luxury brochures. So we have a brochure there on gold. We have a brochure on branding cards. So if you're the type of person who likes to work offline as well as online, then these are really nice brochures which you can take, and you can take those out and show them to potential customers, potential business partners as well. Now, with those marketing packages, you can earn higher levels of commission as well. You can earn 5% in something called the Jewel Team. If you buy a silver package, it's 10%, a gold package is 15%, a VIP package is 20%. But inside those packages, you do, as well as those brochures, I want to show you what else you get as well. So inside there, you've got products, and the products always cost more. Products, if you total up the value of them, is always more than what the price you're actually paying. In the VIP package, for example, you get one VIP pin, which is this one here. You get your 0.1 gram cash gold, which is one of these. You get 20 bonus cards, which are these 3% discount cards, which again you need for giving out to your customers. You also get 40 €100 discount codes, which are these ones, so they'll come inside the pack. 3 1-gram classic Karatbars, which are these, so you'll get those in there so you can start showing those to people. And then you get your image brochure, your gold brochures, key exchange brochures, branding card, presentation, and a compensation plan as well. So in every single one of those packages, the bigger package you buy, the more products you get, and so the more marketing materials you have. And so I started off, for example, as a silver package member, and then I upgraded them and paid the difference. I got a VIP package. So it was just my own, but you can start at whichever level you like. We also have 2 premium packages on offer at the moment. Again, These are for like really serious business partners, if you like. Inside there we have the Premium Professional 30 cash gold, 70 profit cards. Profit cards are another type of discount card which we've just released. We have 3D metal cards, classic Karatbars image brochures, gold brochures. Inside there also we have Karatbars coins, 2 pairs of sunglasses, and you have a choice of either the watch or the Mont Blanc pen. It's the Mont Blanc pen. Oh, was the Mont Blanc pen in there? So you've got the Mont Blanc pen or the Karatbars watch, which is specially designed rose gold Karatbars watch. So you have a choice in that as well. So the premium packages and premium professional packages are there. Also in those packages, there's a limited offer on those, which ends on the 31st of August. And for all the cash gold that's sold, I'll quickly explain, for all the cash gold that's sold around the world, some money is going into a pot, and that pot is shared out between the people who have bought premium packages and premium professional packages. There's one participation available per package. You can buy more than one premium package, but you get one participation. That finishes on the 31st of August. If you want more information on that, we have a specific video for that which explains it. But once you're registered, speak to your sponsor, ask your sponsor where that video is, and they'll give you the link for that as well. So that's on the premium packages. Now, the good news about the various packages we have is there's something for every budget. So the bronze package is €125. That's $133. Silver, $369. The gold package is $987. And the VIP package is €1,909. As I said, you can start off on a silver, upgrade and pay the difference to gold, or you can pay the difference, upgrade to VIP as well. So one-off purchase, the value of the products inside exceeds the cost. It's delivered to your home by FedEx. You can start immediately, so you can go to the website now, buy your package right now, and the website and everything is set up immediately for you. And you can start at any level, as said, and upgrade, pay the difference, and you can use bank wire, credit card, debit card, or we now have the option of Bitcoin on the website too. So you can see the different packages there. The premium package is $4,151, and the premium package is Premium Professionals $8,376. Now, in my group alone, we have over 50 people who have bought the premium packages already, because there are people out there who are looking for a very serious business. They want all the products that they can go out and start showing to people, and even for €8,376, that's less than what an average business. As I said earlier, an average business day will cost you £30,000, and again, you don't get all the support and the backup and help that we give you here with Karatbars. On top of that, different packages give you different levels of commission. Obviously, if you want to become a business partner, we do have a video which explains this in more detail, but I'll just give you a quick example. If you're a VIP member and you talk to John, imaginary John becomes a VIP. I talk to someone today, he becomes a VIP. I would earn 20% of the 1,917 that he's paid, so I'd earn 383 direct commission. Now, why do I earn that? Well, I earn that because Karatbars haven't had to go out and spend the time and the money in advertising, so it's just a one-off payment. Right? It's just a one-off for finding that business partner. I also get 100 units because he's bought a VIP package. Every 75 units is worth €80 as well. Plus, I get the commission on the gold in the package. And then because I've helped introduce that business partner, as that business partner grows that business, I'll earn a little bit on any business that they're bringing in as well. But this is all explained in the compensation plan. It's very, very simple. It's very, very straightforward. The great thing about the Karatbars compensation plan is that you never, ever lose out. All right? If there's a purchase anywhere in your organization, you'll get either some commission, or you get some units, or you get some points towards your unit level commission for that. But we'll go through all that sort of stuff with you. It's really quick and easy to learn. Now, there's 5 simple steps if you want to get started as a partner. All you have to do is register, as I said, for free. And in the back office, you'll see these 5 steps. So it's all laid out. It's really, really simple. Step 1 is order your package. So anyone from the bronze up to VIP, up to the premium. Second step is upload KYC documents. What is KYC? It just means to know you're a customer. All right, to stop fraudulent activity, Karatbars ask you to upload a copy of your driving license or passport and a utility bill within the last 6 months. Really simple, really easy. We can get those approved for you pretty quick. Then you order your MasterCard so you can get paid. Okay, so if you're going to become a business partner, order your MasterCard right away. It'll cost you €20 or €50 depending on which country you're actually in. Then set up your autosave. All right, so you can set that up. The minimum is €50 per month, but you can do 50 a week. You can do a gram a week. As I said earlier, it's really flexible. Why would you want to do that? Well, it's a bit like being the ice cream salesman. You need to know what the ice cream tastes like before you can tell other people what it tastes like. So don't be going out there and telling people you should be saving a gram of gold a month whenever you're not prepared to do it yourself. Do the steps in order. Don't be missing any out. Don't be thinking, oh, I'll order the MasterCard whenever I start earning my commissions. Order your MasterCard now so that you have it so you can show it to people. And the sooner you get these steps done, the better. They're not optional steps. really, in a way, they are optional, but what I'm telling you is if you want to be successful, if you want to get off to the fastest start, complete the 5 steps and get them done. It'll take you 20 minutes to do all of them. Step 5 is set up your Karatbars Academy, which is where your presentation and those types of information are. The Karatbars Academy is getting updated all the time as well. Now there is a Karatbars Fast Track, and this is really good. This is just to get you off to a fast start, to give you a little bit of focus. It's really good. We've only started doing this in the past month. And if you remember, it's 5 and 5 and 5. Really easy, 5, 5, 5. Complete the 5 steps, okay? Introduce 5 partners at the same level as you. As I said, we're desperate for business partners at the moment because we need to reach more customers. Even, it doesn't matter which area you live in, we still need new business partners. The same level as you're hired in 5 weeks, okay, so that's within the next 5 weeks, and you'll get a free upgrade. So let's imagine on top of that, you also earn 20% on all bronze packages for the first 5 weeks. So and 25% if you're VIP. So let's give you a little bit of an example on that. You've completed the 5 steps, so it only takes you 20 minutes. You've bought your bronze package tonight, so 125 euros, and that's it for life. Like I said, there's no subscriptions or fees. You show this video to people over the next 5 weeks, and 5 of those people you show the video to decide, well, I'm going to become a bronze member as well, and within that 5 weeks. So the bronze package, as I said to you, pays 25 euros, so you've earned 5 times 25, which is your money back. So this business has absolutely cost you nothing. You've earned back your 125 euros. You get a free upgrade to the silver package, which is worth over 300 euros, which gives you more commissions. And you've got 5 customers started saving. So you've started off your business in a really good way. And that's what the fast track's all about. It's getting you off to a good start, because a good start creates good duplication, creates good habits as well. The part of duplication is really important in this. If you start off well, if you start off in the first 5 weeks, then you can teach other people how to start off well as well. If you start off badly, you tend to teach people how to start off badly too. You've set up a business, you've started saving yourself, and you're on the road to becoming debt-free. Let's take a little example. Week 1 to 5 then, started off with just you. You've ended up with 5 new people, so now there's 5 gold savers. Let's follow that down through week 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. Well, between week 20 and week 25, you would have started off the month with 625 people in your group, 625 savers. You've now got 3,125 savers. And that's if everybody just does the same thing for 6 months, just 6 months. So the total number of people you've got saving now in your organization is 3,906. Let's imagine if they're only saving 50 euros a month, that's the minimum, 3,906 people, your business, your Karatbars business in 6 months will be turning over 195,000 euros. Imagine having a business that cost you basically 125 euros, turning over almost 200,000 euros a month. And Karatbars, remember, pay up to 6% commission in the uni-level structure. Let's take it on a step further. Let's imagine they were saving 50 euros a week. And again, people are just turning devaluing currency into gold. That's all we're helping people do. The turnover of your business would be 781,000 euros a month. Try and get your head around that. That's just helping people save a gram of gold every single week. And that's all we're trying to do at the company. Really, really simple. So you can get an idea of how big this could actually be. But again, you're not limited. You're only limited to 119 countries and the amount of people you can talk to. We do offer you free support. We have a global support desk. It's open 7 days a week through myself, through other leaders. Karatbars is a big family, so even if you don't talk to me, you talk to someone else, everybody will help you in the same way. We can help you through WhatsApp, Skype, email, Viber, telephone, whichever you prefer. We have online sales training for the online guys. We've also got offline sales training. I know people who do really well in Karatbars who've never ever be online. Everything is done offline, and that's fine as well. We have weekly newsletters which is sent out. Then we have 3-way calls. So if you want to become a really proficient business partner and you want to start looking after your own organization, you want real top level training, we can do that. We can do 3-way calls with your customers, so you can get to learn the answers to the questions that your customers generally have. I try to answer 99% of the questions in these presentations, so hopefully there'll be none at the end. I give you mentoring then. We have mentoring, motivational training, coaching, skills development. I've been training salespeople for 20 years, so it doesn't matter if you've never sold anything before. In fact, it's probably better if you haven't, so you've no bad habits. But even if you're an experienced salesperson and you want to get your business up and running quickly, we can do that. And there's loads of different ways that you can build this business. And this is available free to everyone. So we're not going to charge you anything for helping you build your business. We're not going to charge you for training or anything like that. And for as long as it takes. I have business partners who started with me back in 2013. You know who they are, and they're still thinking about getting started. And there's some people who have started and they've gone away and done other things and come back. People come in and out of Karatbars all the time. It ebbs and flows. Business partners go off, do other things, but they always come back to us. And the second or third time they come back stronger and stronger and stronger. So you can start earning today. You can start earning right away and get back to your sponsor. All right, complete the 5 steps. If your sponsor has told you about this on a recorded page, look underneath the video. There might be a little button that says register here. Just click that. That's you straight through to registration. Invite everyone to the presentation over the next 7 days. So do nothing else except invite people to the presentation and you'll be fine. Some people will register. 90% of people won't be interested, that's fine. But some people will register and complete the 5 steps. And for those people that register, you'll be paid next Friday. And you can start getting paid every single week. We actually pay 5 times a month. So you can start building a passive residual income, and that's what I'll teach you to do. I don't teach you how to do a 90 hours a week sales job. I'll teach you how to build your business, and we use videos and different websites and things so that you can spend time with your family and friends like I do, and you're not sitting at a computer and you're not selling. You just want to get your customers set up once, make sure they're happy, make sure they know what they're doing, and then you'll be paid your commissions on those every single Friday, and you can get on with doing whatever it is you really wanted to do with your life. And what we're trying to do, remember, is we're trying to teach everyone about the difference between currency and money. We're exchanging devaluing currency. We're exchanging declining paper or digital currency into gold. That's what we're doing. That's what the whole purpose of the company is. And we've got millions of people to tell. In the UK, for example, there's over 50 million people in the British Isles that are over the age of 18. So that's our market. And there are millions of shops as well in the United States, millions of shops in the UK, and all of the countries that we need to go out there and we need to tell shopkeepers that they can start accepting gold as payment for goods and services as well. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll take a couple of questions now from the room. Let's see if there's any particular questions anybody has. Hopefully I've covered everything, but there might be something. Hi Ian. There's Justin. We've got people from all over here. We've got people from the UK, from Liverpool, Southampton, United States, Philadelphia, Puerto Rico. How do you add a beneficiary? You can add a beneficiary if you go to edit profile, and you'll see if you go down to the edit profile section, you'll see where it says in there add a beneficiary. It's just in your profile. It's under the general tab, by the way. So whenever you go to the back office, general, edit profile, and under the edit profile, you'll see down at the bottom add a beneficiary. So I've added my wife in there. So what are the best ways to promote online? That's a good question, Michael, because that's what it's really, really important as well. The thing to remember about gold is that 99% of the population don't have any. All right. So what we always have to do with people online is we have to educate people that what they're actually carrying around isn't money. So it does take that educational approach. I have done 2-minute presentations, 5-minute, 10-minute. I've done live presentations online before and done webinars, and I find that the longer presentation actually is better, because if you do a 5-minute presentation, a 5-minute online video, then the person just comes off that wondering what do they do with the gold, wondering why should they have gold in the first place. So what will happen is show someone a quick 3-minute presentation. They will come on the phone and you will be on the phone for 2 hours talking to them and explaining those questions that people have. So we find that around about 30-45 minutes as a presentation I found is best. Best way to promote online is really easy through YouTube. And the thing to remember about YouTube is that Google own YouTube. Okay, so it's in Google's interest to send people to YouTube. So I started doing YouTube videos in 2013 just as tutorials, just to help people explain the business to people, explain to people about gold. And after about 6 months or a year, then I found that people were then finding me on YouTube and people were coming to my business that way. So what I'd say is start doing YouTube videos, even if they're just little tutorials. You don't need to be on the screen. I didn't go in front of the camera for about 1.5 years because I was too nervous about it. But eventually I did. But you can just use it. There's a little thing called Screencast-O-Matic. It's called Screencast-O-Matic. If you want to do a Google search for that, it's free. And you can make little online videos. Put them up on YouTube and put some good text underneath, and then promote those through. You can promote underneath the YouTube video. You can promote it to Twitter and promote it to Google Plus and things like that. So that's what I would do. It's a very long-term approach. All right. So don't be expecting to make a video today and you're going to get, I don't know, hundreds of views right away. Over a period of time, you start to build an online reputation. and you can't build a reputation in 6 months. So you have to take this as a long-term view. So my advice finally is start a YouTube channel, um, and start making those videos. Also, if you can, start writing a blog. Again, it's a really good way. But the important thing is that we need to talk to people. Posting links on Facebook has never worked for me. Posting links really on any social media doesn't work. It's better if you can talk to someone and say, look, have you got 30 minutes free? I'd like you to take a look at this presentation, and please get back to me if there's anything in there that's interesting to you. Now, you don't know if someone's having a baby girl and they might want a little baby girl card. Someone might want to be a gold saver. Someone might be desperate to help a charity. Someone might want the business. Someone might want to work with sports. We just don't know. All I know is that in my group of 11,000 plus, I've got 18-year-old students who are saving. I've got unemployed people. I've got single mums, single dads. I've got pensioners. I've got millionaires. I've got sports clubs owners. There's no I could never say to you there's a specific demographic for Karatbars International. Anyone who's over 18 who has cash either in their pocket, in their home, or in the bank is a potential Karatbars customer. So I would say use whatever outlets you have. Google Plus is really good. Set up a Google Plus page because people do search on Google. So set up a Google page, set up a Google Plus page, and set up YouTube videos would be my best online advice to anyone. But again, take a look at this as a long-term business. Take a look at it as you're going to build your business up over the next 2 or 3 years. I said to someone recently, if I give you a college course, and this college course was going to take 3 years, and at the end of that college course you're going to be earning €20,000 or $25,000 a month, would you sign up for that course? And that's how you have to look at your Karatbars business. That's how I looked at it. In 2013, I thought to myself, well, I'm getting married shortly. In 3 years' time, I want to have a passive income happening every single month. So I worked towards that over a period of 3 years. These people who think you're going to start up a business and you're going to be making loads of money in 2 weeks, it's crazy. It doesn't happen online, it doesn't happen offline. And if it does, it's probably not a legitimate business anyway. So what I'd say to you is, you can start earning right away. This is not a college course, you are going to get paid. So start building your business every single week, every single month. If you can, just invite a few people around your home, show them this presentation like somebody's doing right now. But just get talking to people. Everyone needs to know about gold. Everyone needs to know that gold isn't going down in value. Everyone needs to know that it is increasing in value against currencies by at least 10% a month and has been, or 10% a year, and has done for the past 15 years. Nobody knows that, and all we're doing is teaching people that. Once you teach people that, and they know that they can access gold, and they don't need a credit score, they don't need a mortgage, and they can buy as much or as little as they want, then you'll have that customer for life. So I hope that sort of answers your question, Michael. Very good. All right, that's good. Yes. The thing is, you can really contact anybody. Just let people see the presentation, and we have other little specific presentations. So if you are speaking to churches, I have a video for that. If you're talking to particular branding card department of a company, then we have a branding video. So we have different videos as well. So if you do get started in the business, we can give you access to those little niche videos as well. And I'm always making more going forward in the future. Edward, will I be creating a Karatpay video soon? Yes, I will be creating a Karatpay video. I will be doing that in the next 2 weeks. Actually, I'm just waiting because the Karatpay only went live a few weeks ago, so there's little things that will be being updated and changed in it. So as soon as it's settled down, I want to record the video and I want it to be finished, so I want all the details to be correct as well. So just waiting on the last little bits of information to be loaded onto the Karatpay website. And as soon as I get the last details, I'll do a video on that, yes, for sure. Will Karatbank and Karatpay work together? Well, I don't know what Karatbank is, but I know what Karatpay is, so I don't know where that information's come from. But Karatpay, I don't know what Karatbank is, so you need to fill me in on that one. Hello. I met some lovely people from Slovenia and Germany recently. That's another thing as well. It's not on the presentation. I'll put it in for next week, but we are running a huge incentive at the moment. Last year, Karatbars paid for myself and my wife to go to LA, so we stayed in Beverly Hills, just off Rodeo Drive. It was all paid for 9 days, and it was fantastic. At the start of the year, my wife was pregnant, so she couldn't go, but I went on a Caribbean cruise with Karatbars again. It was all paid for. 2 weeks ago, I was in Germany. We were picked up by helicopter, Michelin dining. Again, it was all paid for. And right now, we're running another promotion like that. It's called the Freedom Celebration. It's happening in January, and you can win a trip to Las Vegas. All right, so there's spending money. There's lots of different prizes, including cash, gold, e-bikes, bikes. There's various different cars right up to a beautiful Mercedes. So if if 60 people qualify for the Mercedes, then Carol will be handing out the keys for 60 Mercedes in Las Vegas. The incentive is running from now until the 31st of October. I'm going to make a video on the incentive this week, so just to be clear on it. But if you want details, register today on the website. Go to, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, you'll see Freedom Celebration PDF, and you can read the details there. Basically, the more sales you get, the more points you get, the more points and more prizes. And right up to €1,500 spending money and your trip to Las Vegas in January. So I'm definitely going to be there. I know a lot of my team are going to be there as well. I always win these incentive trips because they're fantastic. But it'd be nice to be picking up the keys of the car as well. And the last car incentive, Carol handed over the keys for 10 Jeep Cherokees. So these prizes are easily accessible to everyone who's watching this video tonight. And even if you're a brand new person starting tonight, I can show you how to win the incentives. You can do it from a standing start. You don't need to be in the business for a while either. Yes, Dennis was there, and Dennis was in Stuttgart with us at the last event 2 weeks ago. So it was great to meet him there. So the good thing about Karatbars is we are a good family of people and a good bunch of people, and as well as it being a business, we all get together 2 or 3 times a year as well, and there's a really good family environment. Everybody will help you out. Anybody within Karatbars will tell you that, and I think that's because there is no fees, there are no subscriptions. People are not under pressure in Karatbars. You start your business, you pay for your VIP package or your premium or your bronze package. It's a one-off payment for life, and then you can build your business at your own speed. So there's no pressure on people. And you'll find when there's no pressure on people, they're a lot happier with their business as well. Alex, how can I make free storage with Karatbars? Well, you just basically buy your gold on the Karatbars website, and whenever you go to checkout, there's an option there for shipping or storage. If you choose storage, the gold will go into storage for you. It's very simple. And then if you want a delivery, you just go to My Gold, delivery request. You pay your $13.50 inside Europe or €18.50 outside Europe, and it's delivered. That's us then, guys. Thanks very much for that. We've gone on a little bit over time tonight, but good presentation, some good questions there. What I'd say to you is for the next 7 days, just karatbarspresentation.com. All right, write that down on your desk, and every single person you speak, doesn't matter how old they are, how young they are, doesn't matter what job they're doing, tell them to watch Karatbars presentation next Wednesday night, and let's fill this out. Let's have dozens and dozens and dozens of people on this presentation next week, because at the end of the day, all we're doing here is we're trying to help people save and goal as well. So last little question, make a combi video about the active promotions and incentives like fast track. Yes, I'm doing those videos. So thanks very much. Thanks, Edward. Thanks, Dennis. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. And I'm going to see you again at exactly the same time next Wednesday night and pack out the room, and I hope to see you there. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks very much.